Welcome to Today in Prophecy Daily News in 15 minutes or less, news from the perspective of the Bible. Wow, things are really happening. Check out this first story here. For anybody that's been paying any attention at all, you know what's going on over the Middle East. Countdown, we are in the final moments to thwart a nuclear Iran, warns Trump. As Iran nears the finish line to obtain nuclear weapons, U.S. President Trump is warning that the world is down to its final moments to intervene. While expressing his preference for a peace deal over military action, Trump maintained that significant developments are imminent. U.S. President Trump hinted earlier this month that the U.S. could take military action against the Iranian nuclear program very soon if the Islamic Republic does not strike a deal with the United States. The Jewish news syndicate, JNS, reported, speaking to reporters in the Oval Office, Trump said that there would be interesting days ahead with respect to Iran. Trump went on to tell reporters, we're down to final strokes with Iran. We're down to the final moments. We're at the final moments. Can't let them have nuclear weapons. We've been watching the dynamics about what's going on with Iran, what's going on with Israel. Hey, here's the bottom line. Iran is the problem. So Iran has their proxies. They've got their terror organizations. They've got Hamas. They have the Houthis. They have Hezbollah. They have the different branches that are all over the place as they are pretending like, hey, we're the good guys. We're not really involved in this. Well, anybody that's paying any attention knows it's Iran's money. It's Iran's weapons. Well, actually, if you want to really look at it, it's been taxpayers' monies from the U.S. that have been funding these events, these wars that Iran is constantly attempting to launch against the nation of Israel. And supporting these terrorists. It was during the Obama administration that an unbelievable amount of money was given over to Iran, and who knows how much during the Biden administration. So it's your tax dollars, if you're an American, that's been funding the things going on with Iran and funding their nuclear programs. And they've made it clear, we want to wipe out Israel. They want to take over. They want to eliminate the Jews from the land. Saudi Arabia has been worried about Iran. Saudi Arabia wants something to be done with them. And then, listen, if you're able to join me earlier today, I had Bill Salas. He is on my live stream. It was an outstanding program. If you weren't able to join us, I encourage you to go there and watch it. And we talked about Jeremiah chapter 49, where it seems quite clear, if you look at the prophecies and you take it literally, it's Israel who eliminates the bow coming from Elam. As we even looked at the map that was on that program earlier, again, go back there and watch it, just fantastic. You see the map, you see all of the nuclear facilities that are in the area that would be known as Elam, that's in the prophecy of Jeremiah chapter 49, that is right there in Iran. You look and you go, wow, God says the bow will be eliminated from the area of Elam, the bow being the ability to launch the nuclear attack against Israel. So it doesn't say the nuclear attack will happen from Elam, but the bow will be eliminated, which leads me to believe something's going to happen very soon to the nuclear facilities within Iran. There you can see the map right there. You look at that. There's where you see Elam is. You see Natanz, you see Ifshan, you see Shiraz, you see these nuclear facilities. You see Bushehr, which is the real problem there. And you look at that and you think, wow, going to be eliminated. Again, according to Jeremiah chapter 49, the bow will be eliminated. So Iran will not be able to launch their nuclear weapons. And we have Trump that has really stepped it up within the last 24 hours, taking out the Houthis. We're going to look at that in just a second. But Israel been going into Gaza and just been eliminating everything that they possibly can. And listen, I want to just remind everybody too, Psalm 121 reminds us that it is the Lord who keeps Israel. He never slumbers nor sleeps. And we have seen Israel have victory after victory after victory that can't be explained by anything other than the blessings of God upon the people of Israel, giving them the victory. Israel is this little tiny country. You only have, 16 or 17 million Jews worldwide. And you have all of these armies that have been coming against them, radical people from Islam that want to eliminate them. You have the money and the weapons being supplied from Iran, also North Korea involved with those things. even China. You start looking at these different dynamics and you're going, wow, how could Israel protect themselves? It is by the God's grace, and they will continue to have victory after victory. And again, you go through the prophecy of Jeremiah chapter 49. I believe it's literal. I believe it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, exactly when it's going to be fulfilled, but I can tell you this much. As I look at these different dynamics that are taking place, God keeps Israel. And as my friend Roddy, he has sent me a WhatsApp early this morning from the old city of Jerusalem, early here. It's like 1 or 1:30 in the morning here in California. He said, listen, by the time you get here next week, it looks like the way things are going, Israel's going to be dwelling in peace and safety like you've never seen before. And we do know biblically and prophetically, Israel is going to dwell in peace and safety before the Ezekiel 38 war. So listen, and it looks like right now everything is being fast-tracked that direction. Moving on from there, we look at this story. This comes from Newsmax. U.S. will keep hitting Houthis until shipping attacks stop, says Pete Hegseth. The United States will keep attacking Yemen's Houthis until they end attacks on shipping, the U.S. Defense Secretary said just the other day, as the Iran-aligned group signaled it could escalate in response to deadly U.S. strikes the day before. The airstrikes, which killed at least 31 people, are the biggest U.S. military operation in the Middle East since President Donald Trump took office in January. One U.S. official told Reuters the campaign might continue for weeks. Now, this is most interesting. There was this quote that was put out. I'm going to find it here for you in just a second. Listen to this. This is, we've seen, let me get this, I want to make sure I get this right. This was on X. You got to hear this. It was a Staff Sergeant David Belavia who said this, quote, "We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you. So help me God, someone else will raise your sons and daughters." This is the reality of it. You know, we look at this world right now and we have these threats. Iran keeps saying these absurd things. If you do anything, we're going to attack. We're going to destroy the U.S. We're going to destroy the little Satan, being Israel. Then we're going to go after the big Satan, the U.S. Listen, it ain't going to happen that way. I know what the Bible has to say. And I also know that God is going to give Israel victory, victory after victory after victory. And I believe my friend Roddy is right. There's just a matter of time before we're going to be dwelling in peace and safety. And because the world is being fast-tracked that way. And we know that because the Bible also tells us here in Daniel chapter 9, where Daniel is told by the angel, 70 weeks are determined for your people and for your holy city to bring an end of sin, an end of transgression, bring in righteousness, seal up vision and prophecy. In other words, it's all going to be fulfilled, and to anoint the most holy. Everything is being fast-tracked that way. And so you look at, like Pete Hegseth says, what's going on with the Houthis. Well, listen, we're not stopping. Everything is moving that direction. All right, now I want to shift our attention for just a minute over to the UK. Europe is in deep, deep trouble. We have a lot of friends over in Europe. You guys, I appreciate the WhatsApps that you send me and the emails that you guys send me. But as we look at Europe, Europe is in deep trouble. The government certainly doesn't seem to care about the citizens. They've had this Islamic invasion all over Europe. But check out this, it's just a short video, helps us to be able to understand some things and put it into that perspective. Let's roll this.
I just wonder if anyone can tell me, so all these posters are now all over the UK. Trust in Allah. Why are they putting all these posters all over the UK? Billboards, bus stops, train stations, public transport, buses. Why is this big marketing campaign in trusting in Allah, in the Christian?
All right, to all of our friends over there in Europe, man, you guys have your hands full. The leaders over there certainly haven't been protecting you guys. And look at that going, just absolutely, Europe is being Islamified. If you're a Christian over there, what was it? Somebody in front of an abortion clinic just the other day read John chapter 3, verse 16 over there in the UK and got arrested. You can't read the Bible in front of an abortion clinic. But you can go and you can pray to Allah, and you can shut down streets by the thousands, and that's okay. Looking at the things that are taking place in the world, man, do we live in times, as the Bible speaks of, Jesus himself said, lawlessness will abound. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20, right will be wrong and wrong will be right. Folks, we live in most interesting days. But I'm telling you, everything is racing to that conclusion that Daniel wrote about in Daniel chapter 9, verse 24. And then here's this last story. Trump withdraws protection for Biden's children. The president of the USA, Donald Trump, is immediately withdrawing personal protection from Secret Service for Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, and daughter, Ashley Biden. Biden had extended the protection until July, just before he left the White House in January. Former presidents and their spouses receive lifelong protection from Secret Service according to federal law, but the protection for their family members over 16 years of age usually ceases when they leave office. Ice Cream Joe tried to extend that protection. Trump said, no, we're going to do what's always done, and we're going to remove that protection from Hunter Biden. Plus, Hunter Biden had all of those paintings that he sold for millions and millions of dollars, so apparently he's got his own money since he's such a great artist. Listen, that's all the time we have news for today. God bless you guys. I encourage you, go back, check out the live stream I did with Bill Salas on today, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.